all of you want to be able to have enough wealth to be able to retire. And oftentimes what we do is we end up looking at just average rates of return, and we look at something like Standard & Poor's 500. Oh, it's done 10% or 11% since the beginning of time. That's what I'm going to use for my retirement plan projections. And what you're going to learn in our episode today is that you can miss something in the difference between average and actual. So, Corey, why don't you walk us through one of the first examples of this?
Yeah. This is one of my favorite stories because I draw this out on paper for clients a lot, or on the screen, because it's a really easy illustration for folks to get the difference between actual and average. So picture someone comes to you with an idea for an amazing investment that they say is just going to hit it out of the park. And you say that, yeah, sounds great. We're going to do this. Let's put 100,000 in. And they come back a year later and say, congrats, you were right to put your faith in us. We just got you 100% rate of return on this investment. This is amazing. Everyone's happy. But another year later, year two, kind of bad news. We're down 50%. So it wasn't as good as was not a good year by any means, but we had a great year last year. I think we're going to have a great year another year. Just hold on, stay the course. Year three, hey, we turned it around. 100% rate of return again. We're doing amazing. And then everyone's happy. And then year four, negative 50% return. That's the bad news. But the good news is, over the last 4 years, remember that we are still averaging 25% a year in rate of return. Now, if you're holding the math in your mind, or if you're seeing the screen show up here, you notice that $100,000 balance went up to 200, down to 100, up to 200, down to 100. So even though the mathematical average of those four returns is 25%, your actual experience is zero over that time period. And so that is as stark an example as we can give of what's possible. It's not always going to be this big of a difference, but when you see an investment company talk about, here's the returns that we got, this is your chance to say, well, wait a second, let me look deeper. And I think that's the key here is you've got to do your investigation, scroll through the article a little bit more.
And Corey, while your house is burning down there, let me just kind of illustrate that this doesn't even count the fact that there's $100,000 upswing would have likely had a tax liability with it. Meaning you may not have done zero. You might be less than zero after paying taxes on all those years you had the gains. So
well, never mind that most investments aren't free. Like you have some kind of fee for the pleasure of being a part of the investment. So 0% rate of return doesn't even mean that you didn't lose money between taxes and investments that might have happened taxes and fees that might have happened along the way.
I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, ring that bell, and by the way, make sure to share this video. I don't know if you know this, but my cyborg body runs 100% on YouTube views and likes. Please don't let my batteries die.